Hello, fellow peasants. Today I'll be reviewing 2014's It Follows. Alright guys, so I watched It Follows. It's come out in 2014. What's it about? Basically, the movie starts off with this girl dating this guy. She's been talking to him for a while. They finally sleep together, and then he knocks her out with this chloroform rag or something. She wakes up in this chair, and he's like, look, I gave you something. And you're thinking it was like an STD, but he's like, there's this thing that was following me, and now that I've slept with you, I've passed it on to you. It's gonna follow you. And so this thing starts following her around, and the rest of the film is just her trying to avoid this thing, running away from this thing. Her friends are helping her out. They're concerned about her mental health, her well-being. They don't see it up until later in the film. They don't really believe, they believe her, but they really don't. It's not confirmed until her attack on the beach. And the rest of the film is just her hooking up with some guys to get it to not follow her, but then she still keeps seeing it and it keeps following her. And yeah, so what do I like, what do I not like about It Follows? Well, what I like is it's a very original premise. I remember when I saw it for the first time 11 years ago, going, wow, this is different, this is interesting. I don't know if this has ever been done before. The cinematography here is great. It's old school, it's very throwback. The soundtrack here is great. It's very John Carpenter. I feel like this movie was like Stranger Things before there was a Stranger Things. It just has that high school, college, 80s retro, suburban vibe to it that you get from the Stranger Things series. The acting in here is great. There's genuine terror here. It's actually creepy. There are some nice jump scares here. There are some nice moments of genuine suspense. And the only thing I don't like about the film is how it doesn't really explain how she sleeps with several other people, but she still gets followed by it. I understand they explain early on that you'll still see it, but it still keeps following her, even though she's slept with one guy, then another guy on a boat, then the other guy. And after 3 people she slept with, it still keeps following her, and not just her seeing it. And it never really starts following anybody else. It does. It follows the guy the first guy she sleeps with, and it kills him. But it doesn't really follow the third guy that she sleeps with, to my knowledge, from what I remember. So they don't really explain why that is, why it keeps coming after her and not some of the other people, I guess. But yeah, I think it's an excellent film. I think it's a great horror film. I would rate It Follows probably an 8.5 out of 10. I think it's great. It keeps my attention the whole time. The pacing's excellent. I don't have any complaints really, other than the lack of explanation as to why it keeps following her after she slept with multiple people and passed it on, supposedly. So, but that's it, guys. Just want to let you know real quick what I thought about It Follows. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. They don't make them like this anymore. This is probably one of the best horror films in the last 30 years. So go watch it. It's free on Tubi. Have a good one, peasants. Peace out. Bye-bye.